Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching The Breakfast Show, and as I mentioned at the beginning of our breakfast show today, that we are going to talk about President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's participation in Davos conference in Switzerland and the importance participation, and also his meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the summit. President Sisi participated in the proceedings also of the World Economic Forum Davos 2026 and met with President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the forum. And to shed more light on this topic, we are delighted to have with us over the phone Dr. Youmn Hamaki. She is an economic professor in Ain Shams University. Good morning, Dr. Youmn.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us today in Nile TV International. I'd like to start by asking you about the importance of the participation of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Davos.
Actually, vital important since this time. It has two pillars for accomplishments. The first one is political, regarding the formation of the Peace Council and the declaration of that formation. I believe this is presenting the second stage of peace process in the area, in the Middle East. And I believe that Egypt is exerting efforts towards enhancing the life of Gaza people and trying to reconstruction what had happened of demolishing during the severe wars that happened the last period. And I believe this we have all as Islamic and Arab countries, Middle East, to support such formation of Peace Council so that we can, enhance the life of Gaza people. So this is the first pillar, which can be considered as vital and very, very important. The second pillar regarding the economic side, which is Egypt nowadays is in a very very important stage of economic transformation. We need quite well to sustain our economic transformation and economic reform. And this can come only by enhancing investments. And from here it comes that we need to attract foreign direct investment into the most important activities that can make revitalizing the Egyptian economy. Yeah. Davos is a place in which all businessmen and women are gathering and discussing the opportunities of investment. And nowadays we have severe challenges regarding globalization. To an extent, globalization is changing with trade war. To how extent climate change that can be all the time a theme of Davos meeting and the advancements that's happening regarding renewable energy and so on. So, discussing the situation of climate change in a position in which President Trump has withdrawn from the agreement, the climate change agreement, as well as withdrawing from the WTO and all the international organizations that setting the rules of the world economy. So this can be considered as a very important challenges with the trade war. By discussing the situation of to how extent countries of the world and businessmen and women can manage such disturbance in the world economy, I believe this should be on top of discussions in order to compromise, in order to find solutions. Another point is regarding climate change. As I mentioned, climate change nowadays we are discussing to how extent we succeeded to achieve the goals of the Sustainable Development Goals, and as all reports had mentioned that, the progress is quite weak, and we need more finance. We need more efforts to be done with President Trump. I believe that this is going to take a longer time, as well as more efforts to be done towards gathering countries of the world and discussing the importance of how to reduce the cost of renewable energy, as well as that the most important theme of such gathering is regarding artificial intelligence. And to how extent artificial intelligence is needing, more and more energy with lesser cost. This is a very important dilemma. I believe that it has been discussed in Davos to find solutions regarding how to provide, a better energy mix towards balancing between moving towards artificial intelligence, the expansion, the severe expansion of investment regarding artificial intelligence, and to how extent it's going to redirect the world economy, and as well as how to, provide the necessary energy to achieve such goals.
Dr. Youmn, on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi participated in a dialogue with a prestigious group of international business leaders. So how vital this dialogue was, and how do you assess the fact that 70 leading CEOs and heads of global and regional financial and investment institutions attended this meeting?
Yes, this is what I have mentioned regarding that we need to attract investment in Egypt. We need foreign direct investment so that to inject capital from one perspective, from another to transfer technology. And Egypt is full of very promising potentialities of investment. We have potentialities regarding our industrial sector, since we need to increase the participation of industrial sector in generating GDP, and still a lot of potentialities are unexploited yet. So we need to encourage investors to come and to participate in generating investment in such sectors. In all types of investment, Egypt is full of, is having a comparative advantage in several industries, like ready-made clothes, like food industries, even electronic industries. We step into electronic industries. We need more transfer of technology in order to enhance our capabilities and to increase our competitiveness in such industries. So these can be regarded as very promising potentialities, as well as tourism. Nowadays, tourism, we are doing quite well in tourism, as well as pharmaceuticals. Egypt having a very good experience in pharmaceutical, and we are nowadays trying to manufacture the raw materials that we are importing extensively. So a lot of potentialities that need to be, promoted for investors to come and to participate. And it's a good opportunity for Egypt. And when the president himself is talking about, addressing challenges confronting investors, trying to enhance the climate of investment for investors, Egypt exerted efforts the last period towards enhancing climate of investment. Still, we have some challenges to be addressed, but, we have done very good efforts the last period. Our Minister of Investment has exerted efforts towards, reducing bureaucracy, towards addressing the main challenges in the doing business index. And I believe by presenting that to the major investors in the world, this can make a difference regarding attracting more investment to come and to seize such opportunities.
Yeah. Dr. Youmn, what about the expected economic outcome of the unprecedented development witnessed by the infrastructure in Egypt in the past decade?
Actually, what is, for Egypt, from my point of view, what we are lacking of these efforts to be done, despite that we have done quite good regarding infrastructure, regarding everything, but managing, we are talking about managing our economic resources, still we have severe challenges.
Yeah.
The institutional background, which means that who is doing what, responsibilities, monitoring and evaluation. We need to, all our problems is in the implementation of policies. It's not by having strategies and policies. And this is the core problem we have. We need to concentrate for the coming period on managing the implementation and monitoring and evaluating the implementation and putting the right persons in the right place so that we can, you can be sure about their implementation. I believe this is what we have to concentrate in for the coming period, inshallah.
Dr. Youmn, you mentioned before the climate change and the issues tackled during the forum. I would like to ask you about why was this year's forum keen on tackling energy and digital transformation, transport, infrastructure, and financial services?
Actually, climate change, we have some points to be mentioned regarding that. The first thing is that to our extent, countries of the world have succeeded to achieve significant success regarding renewable energy. And the most important countries that achieve significant progress can be considered as China. Why? Because China succeeded to reduce the cost of renewable energy. The most important dilemma is about how to reduce the cost, because the cost is competitiveness. From here it comes that the cheapest, place to generate solar energy is China. China succeeded to reduce the cost of generating solar energy to the least in the world. And from here it comes that China became the largest provider of panels for generating solar energy. All other countries cannot, follow such success of China. And when you mention wind energy and all types of renewable, nowadays we are talking about hydrogen, all other types of renewable energy, is still, countries of the world are exerting efforts towards, reducing the cost. Why? Because, the best energy mix that may, embrace conventional sources of energy as well as renewable, this can be regarded as the best solution towards trying to balance between, the climate change requirements as well as the economic side. But till the last COP they have discussed that still renewable energy cannot replace conventional. So we need to refer to nuclear energy as well, and nuclear energy nowadays gaining more momentum. So because we need types of energy, and artificial intelligence added to such challenge, because artificial intelligence needs more energy to be used. And when you talk about the extensive investments that have been directed towards artificial intelligence, I believe that this will increase the demand for all types of energy, on top of them conventional types of energy.
Yeah. Of course. Dr. Youmn, the WEF, or the World Economic Forum management was keen to dedicate an Egyptian-focused dialogue session during the forum to present Egypt's vision for addressing challenges in the Middle East and efforts to restore regional peace and security in the region. So if you would like to shed more light on this.
Unfortunately, the Arab world is addressing severe challenges nowadays. If you look to the situation of the Arab countries, you can see challenges in Sudan, you can see challenges in Yemen, it's better in Syria, but still they are addressing challenges. So from the Arab countries, we have the Gulf countries and Egypt and Morocco. You know, that they can manage to lead Jordan. That's why we need to make more, you know, coordination and in order to address the challenges confronting this area. Yeah. And we know quite well what Israel is doing in the area. Trying to manage the situation for their own interests and against the interest of all, you know, the Arab countries and the Middle East countries. I believe that this big challenge can be confronted by just try to coordinate our efforts. This is what Egypt is trying to do. How to harmonize our efforts, how to coordinate in order to minimize the risk confronting such situation.
Yeah. Dr. Youmn, the forum's CEO said that he looked forward to further enhancing coordination and cooperation with Egypt across various sectors, fostering the path of economic development, boosting growth rates, and strengthening the country's efforts to attract investments. How do you read this?
I think this is, you know, this can be considered as an official statement to be mentioned. You know, we need to do so and to do so, but in reality, actually, the situation is quite different. We need to know what are really our challenges, what are the problems still facing in our climate of investment. Still, we need to upgrade human resources. We haven't done such effort in enhancing the capacity of our human resources. You know, we have in Egypt talented, I'm talking to you, and I'm professor in faculty in which we have a large number of students in different types. You know, so for Egyptians, they are quite smart, my students. They are quite, you know, looking forward for their future. They would like to exert efforts, but they need a strategy, they need policies, they need to be taken care towards how to upgrade their skills and direct and coach them towards opportunities of job. I believe that this is what we have to do, despite that you can notice advancement in this field in different sides, but still, from my point of view, we need to exert more efforts in activating the role of human resources in economic growth in Egypt, as well as enhancing the role of SMEs. Still, SMEs in Egypt is not playing its role in generating economic growth. I believe that opportunities of generating SMEs by encouraging incubators and clusters, still these efforts are quite weak and cannot reach you know, youth and specifically women. The participation, economic participation of women in Egypt is quite weak, you know. Still 18%, this is the lowest in the whole world. And as for my work in NGOs and so on, and you know, giving consultation and experts decision, I believe that women in Egypt can be activated towards a better economic participation if we take the gender perspective into consideration. So this can be regarded as a very important potentiality towards enhancing the role of human resources in generating economic growth in Egypt. All this can be considered as severe challenges that actually we are not exerting enough activities, as well as we are not monitoring what we are doing so that we can reach in a specific period significant results.
Yes, Dr. Youmn, you mentioned at the beginning of our call the investment atmosphere in Egypt. So as an expert, Dr. Youmn, how do you assess the efforts exerted by the state to improve the investment atmosphere?
We have done some efforts regarding decreasing, the procedures for investors. We have the golden license, and I have heard that it's not activated, like before.
Well, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, the professor of economy in Ain Shams University, thank you very much for joining us today on our breakfast show.